For the first part of the assignment, I open the Arduino motor example project. Here we see we have a motor board with two motors, a display panel, and the Arduino board and a switch arrangement. In the source code, because we are only going to be working with setup and loop functions, we remove all the unrequired parts. Now we define IO12 as the output for the Arduino board because it is the input to the motor. Similarly, IO8 is also an input to the motor and hence an output to the Arduino board. And IO4, which is actually connected to IO6 terminal on the board, is the enabling pin, and hence we'll use this for the PWM signal. In the loop function, we use the analog write function to give the PWM signal to the IO6 terminal. We have the PWM set to 200, and after compiling, let's see how the motor runs. We see that the RPM of the motor settles at 34. Next, let's see what happens if we set the PWM level at 100. Here we notice that the motor RPM sets at a level of approx 9.1. Now, for the second part of the assignment, we will first start the Node-RED server using CMD in Windows. I will be demonstrating the making of a BMI calculator. So for that, we will require two sliders where we will input the weight and the height of the person, and then we will use a function to calculate the BMI, and we will use a gauge to display the data. Now I do the formatting for the first slider and I put its label as weight and its topic as W. Similarly, for the second slider, I use the label height and I use the topic as H. We write the main code in the function block. Here we use a switch case structure to differentiate between the two inputs the function receives via the topic we set earlier, and we pass the payload as W divided by H square. We know from the BMI chart that a BMI of 18.5 and below and 25 and above are unhealthy. Hence, we color code the gauge to display this. I add two more gauges so as to display the input weight and height. After a few minor changes, this is the final flow. We see that the two sliders weight and height are giving input to the function which is displaying the BMI, and we are also seeing the input in two different gauges. Here now we deploy the program and go to the UI to see the dashboard. As a test, let's put in a height of 132 centimeter and weight as 42 kg. We see that this person's BMI is in the fit region. However, if we reduce his weight to 18 kg, we see that this is an unhealthy region, and similarly a weight of 65 kg is also unhealthy at this height.